So this is your future there, and this is your now there, and this is your past. And in the past we have a 9 of cups, so it connects to the 9 of coins that we saw, 9 of pentacles. Here you also have the 10 of pentacles. So you have been able to live and establish very good relationships, but it has sometimes come to a high cost, where you have been forcing yourself to fit into different social situations, follow social rules. It's very hard to keep track on, like what everyone wants from you. And here you are the fool, so you thought that other people knew better, but actually only the fool knows the fool's way to go. And it's very important that even if you are enjoying the fruits of being together with other people in a very beautiful way, don't let them kidnap you. Don't let them make your opinions become silent, or your words, your voice become silent, or your ideas become silent. Don't let love silence you, okay? Be true to who you are, because then you are stepping into your soul's power instead of the little human's power. And here we have the Wheel of Fortune, 6 of Cups, 4 of Wands. So I think there's something lovely that's going to reappear in your life. Some kind of feeling that you had about yourself when you were a child, and that was, you were able to be happy then in a very innocent and beautiful way. And it seems like this can come back when you have sorted out all the circular issues. This Wheel of Fortune here, it's a fox transforming to a human, but in the process, while midst in this process, she's still like a fox version of a werewolf and eat human hearts. And that's a part of the transition, when we are neither the animal nor are we the evolved human being. We are somewhere in the middle, doing a lot of mistakes, making a lot of messes, but also creating a lot of love, okay, in the process. So love is very important for you. Relationships are very important for you. You want harmony. It's very important for your Taurus being, that is harmonious relationship and harmonious societies around you. And here we have King of Wands, that's Leo. We have Sagittarius energy, Capricorn energy, and the Ace of Swords. So here it's coming something new, something a little bit sparkly that will put an edge to this, and it will actually require something more of you with these two kings. They need to come into Capricorn energy, I said, but of course it's your energy in this case. So you're going to mix something together with a more feisty part of yourself, which is not so always running to safety, but actually being able to tell the truth of your words and stand up for yourself, and have a new way of you to have your authority. Okay, so let's see if we can adjust the camera a little bit like that. Okay, so this is your past, and here we have the Page of Swords. It has come in this position for other signs I have read for before you. So it seems to be some astrological event that's awakening the child in you. The child that once came and saw the world with truth in their eyes, and they saw the truth about the world, but their truth wasn't appreciated at all times. People didn't want you to see what was really going on. Children can be like that. They can say exactly what's going on. They see it, and they don't put judgment. They just see the world and express it. Like I saw you hit mommy just today, and the father says, no, I didn't. It was wrong. You didn't see that. I'm getting real pissed with you if you are going to go around and tell those kind of things to people. Okay. But the Page of Swords, she saw and she knew, but you have conformed yourself since then, and you learned that this being revolutionary didn't always pay off. It could be very dangerous to speak your truth or to express what you knew about things. It was a dangerous road for you to follow. And here we have the 9 of Wands. So you learned to put up boundaries for yourself, and keeping crazy people on an arm's length distance from you, or sometimes you have them right close to you, and you are still trying to make your relationships sane with kind of a little bit insane people, because often we let people that is very loud-mouthed and have very strong opinions, and we let them rule our lives, instead of realizing that maybe this kind of behavior, it was making my life so miserable, and if I I don't try to make these people happy, but actually try to make nice people happy, my life would be easier. But here you're still thinking life is very challenging, and you're probably alternating between thinking hell is other people and trying to work so hard to become so perfectly strong and capable that they will love you regardless of you not being to their liking as you are in this now. So it's a 9. So it's showing you starting to separate yourself gradually from the pack. You are the Taurus and not the little lamb. So you see the truth still, but you have kind of learned to keep the truth for yourself, since it renders you troubles. And here we have a 4 of Pentacles. So both 4 of Pentacles and 9 of Wands shows that you have very strong boundaries, and you're trying to keep those in place to keep your life sane and to keep people that's creating drama in your life on the outside. So it's actually very good. It's actually very healthy, and it's a normal reaction to a little bit unnormal things you have been through. And 5 of Pentacles is also normal. It's normal to if you are growing up in a situation with either parents or siblings or friends or people at school, people at your first work, and so on and so forth, haven't been able to accept you. And it makes you feel both revolutionary, and you want to try to fix it and, make a way for the misunderstandings, try to no, it was not like that, it was like this, but no one really believed you, or they wanted to think badly of you anyways. So you started to put up like a facade or boundaries, still totally normal. And you also feel a stinging feeling of being left out in the cold or not being good enough to be accepted. But I think the people that you have rendered as judges in this situation are the one that's not really sane or normal. It's like this: if someone is acting very scary in some way, they are doing something that's scary. For example, the dad in this situation, you will get so scared that you think, and you want to have control, so you think that you need to do something to make that person less scary. You need to behave better. You need to not see what you saw. You need to not tell about that you saw what you saw, and so on. So you're letting the crazy person, their reality, dictate your reality, and always with the sense of feeling left out in the cold. That you are not good who you are in your core, but you're perfect in the way you are in your core. It's just that you're letting crazy people dictate your reality. Okay, so, and here we have the Sun. So this is kind of what I just said. You are perfectly okay as you are. You just let crazy people dictate your reality. And with the Sun, you see this. So you still see the same thing you did when you were a child. It's just now you're realizing that you have been standing on the wrong side all this time. You stood on the perpetrator side or with the people that didn't really love you for who you were, but actually loved you for someone that you could have been or weren't. And now you're seeing this. So this is good. This is clear. It's probably going to hurt a little bit to realize certain things, but the truth shall always set you free. Okay. And here we have a Page of Cups, and comes with a Page of Swords here. So it might be that you are in some kind of twin flame relationship where this is being, where you are putting light to this kind of complicated situation. So your twin flame, you will act as their almost enemy, or the people that they couldn't agree with in their different incarnation, and they will represent the person for you. A collective of the people that you couldn't agree with. So, if you are scared of being abandoned, they will act cold. If they are scared of being manipulated, you will be dramatic and try to make them less cold by, whining about how cold they are, and they will feel like she can't love me, he can't love me for the way I am. They're trying to change me. They're always like that, trying to change me. Can't love me for who I am, and you are feeling the same thing. And here we have the Devil in the midst of it all. So it's Capricorn again. I saw the King of Pentacles, which is usually Capricorn, but in this case I think it's you. But you might be dealing with the Capricorn as well, that you're in some way trying to, like the twins, you're trying to learn what they have to teach you. And it can be a Leo, Sagittarius, Aries. You have the Sun card is also Leo or fire. And here you have Sagittarius, and it can be Aries as well. But the devil here in the midst of it all, it's this little kid that came with their beautiful purity of seeing the truth and their beautiful heart, where they had this very beautiful moral standards of how we were supposed to treat each other. Mommy shouldn't hit daddy, or daddy shouldn't hit mommy, or whatever was going on. But then someone screws up this little person's world image, and this is how they end up. Abused, bruised, feeling used, abandoned, and trying to, instead of truth and love, which they should have gotten from their parents, they're now shooting up with different drugs or trying different things to distract themselves from the ugly truth that they came somewhere to this, they came to this planet, and no one was there to take care of them, and no one saw them for who they truly were, and no one agreed with them or could love them. So this is the end result, how it ends up when fragile children comes to very destructive situations. And we can see this in drugs and prostitution and the porn industry and so on, that there's a lot of broken people there, that they have been broken by people when they were young, and they continue to break themselves throughout their adult lives, shooting in different substances. And it doesn't have to be this serious. We can have in control drug habit, or in control habit of drinking or smoking, or many people are addicted to their mobile phones, and it's a way to cover up for the pain that we feel for not being loved for the ones we were. So the solution to this is, of course, to start to love you for who you are, and believe your words, and believe your feelings, and believe in your interpretation of the world. Now you have believed in everyone else's for so long time. Maybe it's time for you to believe in yours. And even people that's really mean and evil, or what I said, a little bit insane, it's the same remedy also for them, self-love, because what's making them insane or angry is the lack of self-love. So it's the same medicine for all of you. So, and here we have a 2 of Pentacles comes underneath the 4 of Pentacles, and with the devil there. So it's very hard for you to keep your boundaries up, to keep your self-love. There's always something there that makes you feel that you are not good enough. You couldn't hold both of these pentacles. You dropped one. It was your fault. You are not equipped for this world. You can feel very frustrated. I am not equipped to survive in this world. People needs to be more, I need to be more, like have a tougher skin, or be able to withstand more pain, or whatever it is. But it's not like that. It's your situation that's crazy. It's not you that can't deal with the situation. It's the situation that's not sane. Okay. And here we have the Empress, and the Empress is Taurus, and it comes underneath the 5 of Pentacles. So it's a very feminine part of you that feels left out in the cold. And the feminine part of us is, for example, our body, our emotions, the way we feel, the way we, the intuition that we get, the insights that we get from our own inner systems. Sorry for the sound. I think they are past now. So I live far out on the country, but there's still people driving with motorcycles and mopeds and whatnot pass here. And here we have the situation with the femininity, and so very close connection to the divine, which is these dragons here. So the dragons is a representative of the divine, and the feminine's ability to connect with the divine. So this seems to be your answer here, to actually start to appreciate this femininity, the fragility inside of each man and each woman, the thing that makes you being able to, when you're fragile, when you're when it's easy for you to become sad and things like this, it's easier for you to also be empathic. Because then you can feel into another person's feelings. It's being sensitive. But being this sensitive and being put in an unsensitive world can be disastrous, and it's what's lead to this. But the healing will go through you accepting yourself and accepting that you don't have to keep juggling all this. You can lose your face. You can fall into tears. It just shows that you are human, and that the world hasn't yet been able to strip you down to a psychopath. Okay, you still have emotions. You're still a human being of flesh and blood. You're not a robot that has to mimic human emotions. Okay, so we have the two extremes here, and it seems. It's difficult, okay, but with the Empress here, it shows that you have the chance here to become healthy if you start to listen to yourself and give authority to your body and soul and your feelings. Like, you need to calibrate all these things, because it's all cross-wired, since people have told you that what you feel and see is not the truth, it's something else. So you have learned to not trust this, and you have connected the wires wrong. So what you need to do now is to start to calibrate your own system by listening to it. Just listen to it. Like if you are tuning in a guitar, you listen, boing, and then you listen, okay, it's tuning, it's tensing a little bit here, boing. So this is what you need to do. So when an emotion comes, you're not supposed to, oh darn, that was so untuned, and throw away the whole guitar, which is your body. Instead, you tune it, okay? You feel, okay, what's that feeling wants to say? What kind of vibration should it have? And what is it saying? What is the vibrations telling me? Because feelings are not, it feels painful with feelings sometimes, but they are just vibrations going through your body, telling you something, but you have lost the connection with their words or their meaning, because you didn't listen to the meaning, because other people didn't listen to you when you were small and were supposed to calibrate this. So you need to calibrate this now as an adult, instead of with no grown-ups other to help you than yourself. The grown-up that should have helped you, they made a mess of you instead. So here we have the world. The world is 21, 2 plus 1, 3, the Empress. So it shows that you will be successful with this. The child will succeed. It's the one that wins in the end. She was right all along, or he was right all along. What he or she saw in her childhood was the truth. It was the other people that were there that was supposed to help you learn what's truth or not, that was false or was behaving in a way that was not supportive of your truth. And here you support yourself and you end the old, and there's a new beginning now for you. This old cycle is going to end because you don't need this anymore. You have here and now, you can deliberate yourself from this old karma where there was a disbelief in yourself. You don't have to go that road anymore. You can free yourself from that old thing, and now you can step into believing in yourself and, you know, tuning your guitar. And there's a Two of Swords here. And so I think there's a situation with a significant other person where there's trouble in the communication. Before, when you tried to communicate, it became like false compromises. And now when you try to communicate, they kind of don't want to listen to you, might even shame you for your feelings. So why are you bringing that up again? I thought we were over that already. Why do you have to always be so dramatic? Why can't you let things be? And that's how they feel, of course. So you need to help them to help you. So you can say, so I'm sorry if this brings pain up in your system today when I'm dragging it out to the light. But for me, it brings pain to my system every day. And we need to sort this out. We need to talk about this. We don't need to hurt each other with this information. We can help each other with this information and free ourselves once and for all. And sometimes it can be hard if you are the type of person that brings up this person's one mistake over and over again. So you need to understand that sometimes we are trying to blame another person for something that's happening inside of us. So if this is going on, you need to take responsibility for your feelings as well. If you have tried to solve it 10,000 times with that person, it doesn't matter how many times they say that they're sorry, then you need to forgive yourself. So this excellent method. We have Byron Katie's The Work that you can go to her webpage and read about what it's about, and print out the worksheets where you write about how difficult you think that this other person is, and then you change it into how difficult you are behaving towards yourself, and then how difficult you are behaving towards others. So you can see, because all other people in our world are mirrors. So then you can solve this inside yourself, and you don't have to go around hurting yourself with this very old thing that once happened that made you feel that you need to protect yourself even towards the one you love. Because also they were, even they were betraying you, so as everyone else. And here we have the High Priest. So 2 of Swords, the High Priestess here. 3, 2, 2. So there's something happening here that's good, but then you're kind of blocking it a little bit. It's like some kind of secret that's not allowed to come out. I'm not totally sure what it is, but we can see if we can get some help from this Lover's Oracle. So what's going on with the 2s here? It might... Okay, it's this one. We see these 2s. Okay, 2 trees growing very close, closely towards each other. And it might be that you need to end some kind of cycle with this. See here, wait, don't rush into it. Allow nature to take its course. Okay, so it's not ending, but it's an ending with the World card here. And it's a new beginning that wants to happen. But maybe you are ready, but the other person isn't. Maybe you have done the work, but the other person hasn't. So you need to be in tune, in the same place, in the same vibration, if you are to solve this together. And we can help another person to get in tune. We can help them to get into... speed with us by giving these small commentaries, and not expecting miracle at once, but putting small seeds at different places that can help the other person to see what you see. So it means, for example, if you know that something is very touchy-feely for another person, you can say, at some point we're going to have to talk about this, and it doesn't have to be now, but we're going to have to talk about this. Maybe next week I will try again. And eventually next week comes and you say, well, we are going to have to talk about this. And eventually this person might get so into anticipation for talking about this that they will actually be the one that lead into the conversation, because they can't stand you holding them into responsibility about talking about this, but you're not getting there. So you can help a person not only by that method. There's so many different ways you can say things or do things. You can say, I feel that I can't fully trust you. I'm working on it, but this is how I feel today. It doesn't have to be more than that. You just give the information. You don't have to have a big discussion about it. And then you continue sprinkling the seed. That this, what you did today, is the reason to why I have so hard time trusting you. Because it feels very untrustworthy when you can do that or say that. So I would render this rather return, a very slow return, than an actual ending. The way you do things is going to totally change, but the way other people do things haven't really changed. And it's like you're supposed to sprinkle seeds to get them to where you are. So they are not ready to hear all your truths just yet, but it seems like they're going to be. It's like something is cooking on very low temperature on the stove right now. And here we have a 7 of Swords. So 7 of Swords is lies, deception, manipulations. So I think there's a person in this equation that's trying everything they can to not admit to the truth, whatever that might be, because they think it will be the end of them. They feel like it's really dangerous for their mask to fall off, or for them to admit having to do something wrong. Some people think that they are going to die the minute when they ask for an apology, but it's not they that dies, it's their ego that dies and gives room for the soul. But this person doesn't know it. For them, it's serious. They really feel like, well, I'm going to die. So in this case, you might be dealing with someone that's all the time is trying to keep the leverage or keep you out, not talking about certain situations and the things that have happened, and they're trying to keep power in that way. They're trying to keep their ego intact in that way, and you're going to have to be a little bit tiptoey here. This is going to have to need to go through a breakthrough. It can't continue like this, but this person is probably feeling that they are going to die, or they can't take this kind of responsibility because they think it's super dangerous. They have lived in families and situations where winning was everything. The one that won was the one that felt good, and the rest felt crappy. So they need to always win in this situation, even if it's on the cost of you. And here you are going to have to make them paying attention to this. And it's going to be very hard. They are going to fight you with, everything they have to avoid seeing this truth that they don't want to see, or take off their mask, or admit to what they really feel, or be able to say I'm sorry, or whatever it is that feels so horrifically scary. So you have done something that you're ready with this, but it's like the people that's around you haven't maybe gotten a chance to come to the same, they haven't tuned their guitar. So you have changed and they haven't, and that's a dissonance. But if you are to stay together, you need to be able to wake them up too. Okay, in other case you will separate like oil and water. And here we have the Four of Cups. So the Four of Cups it's just what I said. It's this person being very, very fragile and thinking that this is life. It's dangerous. It's real dangerous, but it's not dangerous. Okay, it's something that's going to be good, but they keep it away from them as it was a matter of life and death. So it can be a person that's a little bit covert narcissist, a person that seems nice on the surface, but they're acting dubious or manipulative, or they have a mask. So in this case, what I feel is very hard to interpret in words, but so I feel that they are very fragile, and narcissists have a narcissistic injury. Something happened to them when they were small, for example, that made them lose all self-confidence. And now in place, it's an inflated ego. And they think it's kind of true that if the ego dies, there's nothing there. And it's true because their child that once were there is traumatized and lie half dead somewhere. So there's no persona to take over. So if we do make the person lose their mask, we can, of course, if they're really hurt, really have this big narcissistic injury, we can push them into schizophrenia, or, they can come a new personality to take the narcissistic personality. So they get a personal, like a disorder where the new personalities comes in. So you need to be careful with this. It's not something to laugh about or play with, or say that, oh, the darn narcissist, they're so evil. No, it's a person that's genuinely, profoundly hurt, so hurt that they're this one that they were when they came is somewhere in the bottom of their being, totally screwed up. Okay, so there's always a reason to why people are acting in stupid ways. It doesn't mean that you need to invite them in. So it's good that you have boundaries. But if you want to, work with this energy, with this person, with this new one insight that you have, you need to be delicate with it. So that's what I'm seeing. Okay, so I will take cards from Oracle of Dragonfey for you to advise you a little bit more about this. So if you wonder why someone can't come when you have this amazing, it's a soulmate thing or a twin flame thing, it's very close. If they don't come and they don't interact with you, even if you feel like they should have been here already, it's because they can't. It's something